alone, right? I- oh, thank you. You feel like you're on an island all alone, and sometimes there's strength in numbers, knowing that you're not alone. So, um, so a little bit about my background again. I was chosen to take over this role, and I started back in July, so I'm new at this. Um, my background includes certification in medical and biochemical genetics, as well as primary care. But I do have an interest in seeing patients with familial cancer syndromes. Um, and so my family, and I'll share with you, had something called Lee-Fraumeni syndrome, which is a different gene mutation. It's not P10, it's a P50, TP53 gene. But again, it has a number of different things that can develop, a number of different cancers that can develop. And so my spouse and my son had this, and her two brothers and sister, and it was not a fun time. Um, there was a lot of angst, a lot of nervousness, a lot of crying, um, anger at times over the diagnosis. And so, um, when I was told that Dr. Eng wanted me to take this over, I could only surmise that it's because she was aware of this and knew that I would have a buy-in to this, knowing how important this patient population is. And so um, it's important to me. Again, we've got a great multidisciplinary team. You'll hear from some of them today. Abigail Paul is our nurse. We've got a great research team, administrative staff. And so everything's moved very well. I've been very happy being there. Um, there is a research study that's been ongoing. It's molecular mechanisms involved in cancer predisposition, which Dr. Eng started. And I won't sort of bore you with the specifics of this, but it is an ongoing research study. And if anyone is interested, I still think they're enrolling um, patients. And there are a number of questions that are trying to be answered, some of them being do patients with P10 children with ASD and neurodevelopmental disorders have similar cancer risks as P10 adults without that. Um, so that's one of the questions, but there are a number of questions that are trying to be answered. And so this is a study that if you wanted to look into, I believe it's still running. Again, I'm not really part of the research team. I'm in the clinical end, but there is some information if people are interested in getting involved in this research study. And so I included it here. The research team provided this to me. Okay. So sort of an ending, again, it's my mission to continue the legacy that Dr. Eng left us. We'll continue to advocate for research efforts aimed at pushing the field forward. Uh, there's active research being done in a number of areas, uh, in autism, and now perhaps the relationship between dysautonomia and PHTS. And as a community, we need to share education that can lead to timely diagnosis and appropriate surveillance and improved patient outcomes. That's it. Thank you.